Hello, so I'm gonna make another video exploring ideas around morality, and yeah, I don't know exactly what avenue I'm gonna take this down, but I'm just gonna speak and see where my mind takes me. Um, Morality is a topic that I'm interested in at the moment, and I don't quite know why, but it's like, why do we have moral values? And I feel like an obvious answer to that question is to perhaps promote social cohesion and when we have a cohesive society, people work together, and when we work together, that promotes the survival of the species. So perhaps we've developed morality over time in order to be able to preserve humanity, basically, and this applies to other species as well, like I described in the last video with the ants, and a lot of other species do develop certain moral values, and then they're enforced throughout the tribe. So it's not necessarily that they're a social construction, even though you could still call it that, even though it is a part of evolution. Because if it's basically the idea that if we weren't a social species, we wouldn't need morality, because the whole idea of morality is it's the way we interact with other people. It's the way we put ourselves. It's the way we regulate our behaviour in order to be able to be accepted by the society that we live in. If we have immoral behaviour, then that has a detriment to the way that other people perceive us, and that then pushes us outside of society. And this is seen with psychopaths. Psychopaths lack moral knowledge, or perhaps they have moral understanding, but only perhaps on an intellectual level, and they're unable to feel empathy in the same way that a neurotypical person is able to do so. So they could say, well, okay, that probably makes someone feel bad, but it's like they don't care. They want to inflict evil on people. They're not going to feel an emotional response in their brain to the action that they've inflicted on another human being, because they're unable to get to that level of self-analysis almost. It's like if you do something to someone, I think it's the golden rule or something like it. You should treat others the way that you wish to be treated, and that's pretty much a universal moral rule which should be followed. Are morals universal, or are they just based on certain cultures? And I know there is a difference between different cultures and different moral values, but is there an intrinsic morality? Or is it just actions that have consequences, and then we then define it as morality? Because some cultures may define something as moral, or perhaps, I don't know, because I can't see how certain things would be moral, like factory farming, for instance. A lot of people have the vegan mindset when it comes to topics like animal abuse, but then there's a gap in their behaviour. It's like they know that it's morally reprehensible to partake in the factory farming industry by buying the products which come from it, but yep, they do it anyway. So there is a gap between morality and action, or perhaps morality is action. There's a gap between what we believe and value and what we do, and how we act that out in the world. Like, surely if we believe something to be right, then we should act that out, and if we believe something to be wrong, then we should avoid it or try to stop it. And then I guess it brings questions up about belief. Is just because something's a belief, does that mean it has no value? And I'd say no, definitely not. Because everything that's in our mind is a belief, whether it's true or not. We can believe something to be true, and everything we think and everything we believe it to be true. I think my mum's home. Everything we think and everything we believe to be true. And I'm going to end off this video there, because that's going to be awkward if I'm just talking about morality and she comes in. I'll make a part 2 to this. Probably later tonight or tomorrow or something, or maybe just remake the video. Yeah.